So today I am updating you on all the stuff that I just hauled in my previous drugstore haul, which was about 2 weeks ago. And basically I've been busy using these things like a lot for the last 2 weeks, really testing them out hard so I can give you like a good solid opinion, how they perform, how they work, all that kind of stuff. So I have a lot of things to tell you. So I'm pretty excited. I want to just get into it first with like the most amazing thing that I've encountered in, I don't know, the last year? I don't know. These impressed me so much. These are the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Glosses. So these are like, well, I'm wearing it right now. These are like, I can't even describe. It's like the most velvety, smooth, moussey texture that you would ever feel on your lips. They feel so amazing. Like I just want to rub my lips together all day long. So I'm wearing this color here, which is 312 Rouge Envy. I also got 300 Blushing Ambition, and I love these so much that I went out and actually bought 2 more because they are just that gorgeous. They feel amazing. They last a really long time. They wear away nicely. So you're gonna get like a good solid 3 good hours out of this before you start noticing like it wearing away. Of course, not eating and drinking, that kind of stuff, but you know what I mean. So like a nice 3.5 hours, and then they just wear away nicely. And like you're not gonna have that infamous butthole mouth ring thing going on situation, which nobody has time for that. So they're just gorgeous. Now I think the full line has 10, oh, it has 10 colors. So I have 4, and I'm telling you, like, I just want to buy every single one of these. Okay, so let's go this way over. We've got 300 Blushing Ambition, 304 Rebel Rose, 312 Rouge Envy, which is what's on my lips, and 314 Nude Allude. That is what the applicator looks like. Quite a bit of product comes out on either side. You can pretty much get away with just one dip in it for your entire lips, unless you make a mistake. That is the only downside to these. Now it does have a pointed tip, which makes it pretty good for getting in the little Cupid's bow area. But like, for example, this shade here, I have a lot of trouble because it's so intensely opaque and pigmented in precisely placing it on my top lip. So I do have to spend a little bit of time getting it on there where it's looking right. Whereas with the lighter shades, I don't really have to do that as much. That is literally the only downside I have to these. Please, just trust me. Go try them. Go, oh, buy one and put it on your lips. It's beautiful. So the next thing I hauled were these L'Oreal Color Riche eyeshadows. I have here 205 Petite Perle and 207 Pain au Chocolat, which, that's chocolate bread. I have never tried chocolate bread. Can somebody like hook me up? Because that sounds really good. Anyway, these here are kind of, now I don't know what they are made from, but they have that kind of baked gelée texture, if you know what I mean. So it doesn't really feel powdery. It feels very, very smooth, very, very buttery. Kind of like, yeah, gel that's just hardened or baked. So that's that shade there. This is, I've been using this on my inner corner, not really as an all over lid color. It's a little too white for me for that, but it's a very, very pretty color. And then this one is just a very nice taupe. So Pain au Chocolat. That's that one. There, you can see it, how it moves in the light. I actually have it kind of on my inner half of my eyes today. Hopefully you can see that come through. These I think apply better with your finger than with a brush. I actually did this side today with my finger and this side with a brush just to kind of compare. And I think you get just a little bit more pigment payoff with your fingertip than with a brush. Although a brush you can use as well. Those I also picked up a few more, and I will probably be showing you those soon in an upcoming video. I do like them enough to buy, you know, a few other shades that I really wanted to try. Next is just something that has blown me away. This is just the biggest surprise and one of the best things that I've ever purchased makeup wise. This is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer Ultra Fine Tip Shaping Pencil. I have the shade Dark Brunette. Today, I used it on this side of my face, and I used my Anastasia on this side of my face just to make sure, because the whole month I've been using this non-stop. It has become an absolute favorite of mine. And I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like giving it too much credit. So I did my Anastasia, which I like, on this side, and then this one on this side. The only problem I ever really have with Anastasia is that my tail will wear off halfway through the day because I have oily skin. It really wears off. This one doesn't really do that as quickly. It will eventually, and again, you guys know I have really oily skin, but it lasts even a little bit longer. This is like $8 to $10 depending where you get it, versus a $30 eyebrow pencil from Anastasia, and it does the job just as well. It's got the spoolie on one side, it's got the fine tip on the other side. It's just great, you guys. If you, next time, if you're a diehard Anastasia addict, try this next time you run out. I promise you will love it. The only thing is there are only 3 shades in this one. Next thing is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Setting Spray. I don't really know. This, I don't really have an opinion too much one way or the other on this one. I have so many setting sprays. I like them for different reasons. Some for longevity, some for refreshing my face. This is definitely more on the setting and keeping you matte and keeping your makeup in place all day side of things. It's not really on the hydrating side of things. So if you are dry, this is definitely not for you. I find this even a little bit more drying in terms of how my face feels, even more than like the Urban Decay All Nighter, which if you've tried that, you know, it's like, it sucks all the moisture out of your face. This one I feel like even sucks it out a little bit more. But it does a good job in keeping your makeup in place all day, that's for sure. It's just that about 2/3 through the way through the day, I just kind of start feeling like my face is kind of shriveling up like a raisin. And for somebody who's super oily, that's kind of saying something. So that's the only thing about this, but I mean, for the price, for what you're getting, it's definitely, if you're on a budget, it's definitely a good product. I would recommend it for longevity. Next thing is this Wet n Wild Single Eyeshadow in Nutty. Yeah, it is Nutty, right? Yeah, Nutty. Okay, it doesn't say on here. I just have to kind of remember. This is a classic. I had not owned it before. I have it on the outer half of my eyes today. It's kind of very similar to that other eyeshadow in color, in terms of color, maybe just a tinge deeper. It's just a beautiful, you know, all over shade. It's got some, just a little bit of satin finish to it. You know, it's definitely not matte. It's just a pretty taupe color. I mean, I believe these are 99 cents. It's a classic for a reason. This one, I was a little bit disappointed because I figured something out. I thought this was a new product, and when I ordered it from the Wet n Wild website, I assumed it was the new highlighter that they had coming out that comes in this packaging. It's really, really big, comes in this exact same size packaging. And then I got this one, but I've since like compared the two just in pictures, and I think it is the same product. It's just now they've made it a little bigger. I'm not really sure, you guys. I'm just gonna tell you how this one performed, but I think it's the same as the new one. Okay, so this is the Wet n Wild Megaglo Illuminating Powder in Catwalk Pink. Yeah, 345 Catwalk Pink. So it's got the 4 different colors. It's got the 2 shades of pink in the middle, and then kind of like a bronzy on this side and a gold on this side. I do not like these 2 middle shades at all. They're very, very dry. I don't really think the pigment pays off all that well in it. Like, you can see it's not really the best in that respect. And it doesn't really mix well with the other 2 because the gold and the bronze are kind of really, really soft. And so when you swirl your brush in it, you get a lot of pickup off of these 2. Like, it picks up a lot of product and not as much of this one. So if you're gonna swirl your brush around, you're kind of getting too much of this or this. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna end up with like a really, really ba-bam highlight. Now I am wearing it today. I think you can kind of see. So I really like these 2. I wish they would just make it with these 2. Now I don't know if the new pan is different or not, but in terms of this one, I don't like those middle 2 shades. I love, if you can just dip your brush into these, it's a whole different story. So I love those 2. I don't like the middle 2. It's kind of hard to work with in that respect, but I'm not gonna throw it out or anything. I'm not hating it, you know? Okay, next thing here is these 2 Wet n Wild's Megaglo Contouring Palettes, and it does say right on it new formula, so I know for sure I did get the right ones. Okay, so we have Dulce de Leche and Caramel Toffee. I have tried both of these. I really adore this one. This one I can kind of take or leave, but that's only based on the shade selection. This one, to me, I've been using this side to set my under eye, and I've been loving it. Like, it's not too heavy, it's not cakey at all. It's really, really good for setting your under eye. I even set like the areas of my face that I would highlight with concealer as well, like my forehead and my chin. This shade here I'm wearing today is my contour. It's a very, very, it's just a perfect kind of shade for me for contouring. It's nice, cool brown. I'm just going to show you guys. I'm running out of swatch space. You see, it's a nice cool brown, so it works really well as a contour. The only thing about these is that they do kick up a lot of product, so you have to be careful with your brush. Make sure you're not picking up too much, because you're gonna end up with like a stripe down your face if you're not careful. This one is good too. It's just for a different skin tone, I think, than me. It's a little bit warmer. The brown, I think you can kind of see maybe in the pan how the product moves around when you swatch it. Yeah. So you got the yellow and a little bit more of a bronzy brown. I did use this brown a few times to contour, and it wasn't terrible. I just prefer the other one. So all in all, you guys, I didn't hate anything in this haul. I loved quite a few of them. So overall, I am very, very pleased with this haul and how it worked out. So if you guys kind of like this revisiting haul situation, let me know in the comments. Like, I can do a haul revisit 2 weeks after like this one was, or maybe a month. Eventually what I'd like to do is like kind of do like a year to 18 months type rehaul like some people do. I think those are really cool because you kind of figure out like over time how a product performs. But if you like this type of video, give me a thumbs up or let me know in the comments for sure. And if you haven't subscribed already, definitely do that. And that's it for today. So thank you so much for spending time with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.